Hello everyone, welcome to episode 22, weekly game planning. I just returned from Orlando. It was an awesome event. Keys to success, B2B and res, and just awesome shaking people's hands, high-fiving. We're not looking at a glass. We're engaging with each other. We're meeting up. It was awesome seeing everybody. I was lucky enough to lead a discussion with the promoting owners. I remember walking into the room, I'm like, ooh, I'm with the big dogs here. And we talked about how to run a high-performing office and really lead a high-performing organization. I mean, we don't really want to compromise either. We want to have both happening here. And so, these promoting owners, these guys are getting nice promoting owner bonuses. They're leading blossoming organizations, and they're up-and-coming consultants. So it's awesome spending time with you guys. I appreciate many of you reaching out to me after our discussion, and you want to get a little nerdy with me, and that's really the intent of this video. And I figured it'd be great for leaders and owners to see this as well too, because I think everybody can benefit from it. But you followed up, and you want to add some new muscle here. So this was a great muscle that came out of the pandemic. When I look at the origin of all this, I want to give Ryan Cogherty some credit, because I think he was the one that started this new process. And we've just been fine-tuning it over and over, and it's really caught fire. Many owners are following this process, and what I see with these owners is an increase in dollar per rep, but I see an increase in owners' profitability, and those are two great areas near and dear to my heart that we're really trying to drive. So this process is working. So again, I appreciate you guys following up. I wanted to give you content early. I'm a little out of order with airing these videos, so episode 22 is coming out right after episode 14. I mean, go figure. But I want to get this while it's fresh in everybody's heads, and again, a lot of you guys are asking, so here goes. It's really the 5 steps that we've refined in the weekly game planning process, okay? So number 1 is reflection. It starts with reflection. So kind of like anybody that has a diary, anybody that has a journal, okay? You understand this to be true. It's valuable and it's important to be able to get stuff out of your head and just put it on paper. I mean, I've been keeping a journal since I was 24 years old, and the first time I'm like, oh, journaling, it's kind of weird. I've never done this before. And I was shocked. Like, I just started the entry, like, what's on my mind? I don't know. It just kept going. It's so therapeutic to just, again, get what's in your head. There's things that are stuck in there. Get them out. Reflect. John Maxwell says this. I believe this to be true. He says, experience is not the best teacher. He says, evaluated experience is the best teacher. So let's reflect, and let's do this digitally. We're asking you to prepare an email. So you're going into your draft. You're composing an email here, and you're going to start with step number 1. That's reflection. It doesn't have to be long. 3, 4 sentences, 5 sentences. Again, you choose. I mean, you're the one doing it, so whatever you like best. But start with reflection. What went well? What didn't go so well? What did you try that was new? Okay, just reflect. How are you feeling? Let's just start with that. All right, so that's really step 1 is reflection. Step 2 is let's look under the hood. What's under the hood? You're taking your vehicle to a mechanic and we're popping the hood. We need to see what's going on with that engine. In other words, what are the metrics that we're measuring? You cannot manage what you do not measure. So we need some data here. We need some numbers here. And you choose what's important to measure. There's not a one-size-fits-all, and everybody's got to measure the same things. Some like more detail. I want to measure 15 things going on in my business. Some say, listen, it's too much. I just want to measure 3 data points. Personally, I use the Big 7. I could run a whole episode on the Big 7 and the science behind it. It's already baked into Salesforce. So again, we could talk more about that. But what are the areas, what are the key metrics that we're taking a look at week over week? Let's put some numbers on this. If you're going to the gym, I mean, you're throwing some numbers. You're hopping on a scale. You're measuring your body fat. You got to measure your calories. Right? So we're measuring. We're looking under the hood. You can put that in a Google sheet. You can copy and paste from Excel and put it in the body of the email. But again, there is some science to this. The owners that are doing this, again, are doing really well. So again, put that engine, look under the hood. What are the metrics? Put that in the body of the email right after reflection. Okay, then is step 3. It's setting goals. And just think about this. If a lot of us get in the habit of just, okay, every week I got to set goals. Groundhog's Day, I'm setting goals this week because that's what I did last week. But if you're setting goals without those first 2 areas, you might find yourself missing the mark, and that gets really discouraging. Like, I set goals, I don't achieve them. I set goals, I don't achieve them. I'm reflecting, I'm looking under the hood, and now I'm setting goals in those areas that I'm looking under the hood. I'm setting goals in those key areas. KPIs, key performance indicators. I'm setting goals in those areas, and I'm being realistic. I'm not setting goals I've got to jump through hoops. I really want to stretch. I want to stretch myself in those areas. So set goals, okay? Then the 4th area, okay, the 4th step is wise counsel. Email the wise counsel. Now this is key. This is what's one of the newer areas from this, because a lot of people, your goal setting, your reflection, it's personal. It's none of anybody else's business. But I have found people have wanted to add a board of directors. That's how I look at it, my wise counsel. Who are the people that can influence my business? Who are the people that I respect? Who are the people that I trust? Who are the people that can either give me a pat on the back when I'm doing well, and that means a lot coming from them, or people that are willing to call me out on my junk. But my wise counsel. Now you could have, again, there's no one size fits all. It could be one person you're adding. It can be 12 people you're adding. But who are the few people that you look at that you want to send this email blast to weekly? Now think about this. If I'm sending the same people weekly what my goals are, and I'm falling short of my goals, it's kind of an extra layer to put a little positive pressure on me I don't look like a fool and say I'm going to do something and not do it. So again, accountability. Think about it. If you're a Fortune 500 CEO, again, all of us, we're doing this because we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to be the boss. But being the boss doesn't mean, I'm the boss, therefore I'm accountable to no one. Everyone is accountable to somebody. Okay? A Fortune 500 CEO is accountable to a board of directors. Can't say, I'm a Fortune 500 CEO, do what I want. No, there are people calling you out. So why don't we act like bigger shots? And bring in a board of directors. You're thinking like a much bigger business person if you do that, rather than the sole proprietor that nobody holds me accountable. Come on, think bigger. You want a wise counsel, you want a board of directors, and you want people that will call you out. You also want people that'll pat you on the back when they see week over week improvement. But email the wise counsel. That has certainly been part of the magic in watching people's businesses go up and up and up, is I see lots of pats on the back. I also see lots of instruction like, hey, have you thought of doing this? Maybe try this a little bit different. And people can pivot and add new layers to their business. That is step number 4, email the wise counsel. And then number 5, which is something I think everybody knows near and dear to their heart, is execute. Get busy, achieve. If you've plugged it into your calendar and you've plugged in the plan, I find that to be the hard part. The easy part, we all like to just do. Let's get busy. Enough thinking already. Enough game planning already. Let's get busy. Let's attack. Plan the attack, then attack the plan. Execute. And then rinse and repeat. Okay? When it comes to that weekly email and wise counsel, same day of the week, same time, and ideally even the same place. You want to create a habit. You want to create some consistency here. So I'm telling you, that whole rinse, repeat, let's do this again. You get in the habit of doing this, it's just a great added muscle to elevate your business, take you to the next level. So that's what I have for you guys, the 5 steps, really the process in the weekly game planning. I hope you enjoyed.